Podcast starts at 19 seconds.
That was fiddling.
What?
Oh,
Whoa! What happened?
oh, oh my God!
Welcome back to a new episode of Fit the Description, a Black Men's podcast where various Black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and wherever else we want to talk about from various Black men's perspectives. I'm your host G, and today we got B.
What's up, y'all?
And we got James.
What's happening?
And we may have more people join in at a later time. We'll see what happens. Now, make sure as usual, on your way in, like and subscribe. Also, check out the Clips channel, Fit the Description Podcast here on YouTube, where you get smaller forms of this podcast. We're also on various different podcast platforms, so check that out there. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead. Oh, before I go ahead, also make sure to check down below for all the links to all the pages and channels that we're at. So make sure to check that down below. Now, with that being said, let's just go ahead and get on to the podcast.
Oh my God! I think that's the most disrespectful I've ever seen in my life. Oh, that get shot in the face after I woke up. God damn.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit. Oh, that's scandalous.
No, I will.
Wait. Anybody
This
still
nigga
there?
starts playing a trumpet.
Oh, Luke.
God damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen before.
Shit.
This nigga hit him with his elbow. He didn't even punch him in the face. Bastard. I don't even know what he said. You better walk out the door. Man, fuck. Why did homeboy start playing the trumpet? Oh my God. This nigga starts dizzy feeling.
Oh, Luke.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Why did his homie say, uh-oh? Like, yeah, because you're going to jail. You just killed a guy.
I think the worst one I ever saw, no, well, I should say one of the worst ones I ever saw was, I forgot exactly where we were at, but it was at night, and these two guys got into a fight, and the dude went over, just hit him, dude went straight down in the middle of the street of the pavement, and the most fucked up part about that all of us just walked away, left him here, and you just saw these just taking his shoes, took his wallet, took his phone, and nobody, his people didn't come help him out. Nobody came and got him. We all just left him there in the street sleeping. I'm like, this is up. That was the most I think I ever saw.
I don't know.
Well, one. I should say that was the most.
Hey, me, dog. Hey, what if that was an accident? He punched that with his elbow.
Yeah.
But what if in actuality he swung and missed? And just hit that motherfucker with his elbow.
Hold on, guys, give me 5 minutes. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem. I've been hit with an elbow before, and that crap, yeah. I've never been knocked down in a fight, but I've gotten close. And one of those times, even though it wasn't necessarily a fight, it was just more of an accident thing, I almost got knocked out. As a person who's been jumped before, has been a lot of fight in my youth, I'll be honest with you, I'd rather be punched with a fist than an elbow any day of the week.
I mean, he was playing.
Yeah. That dude might have did some brain damage. That dude's going to jail. That, like, straight up. Because that's not normal. That's not something that should happen. That's a bad thing.
Wow.
You know what? No, what I will say is that I've seen a girl get laid out by another girl and she started spazzing. I saw that crowd. That was scary.
Yeah, but that happens all the time.
But dude, everybody's freaking out. Call the cops! Call the ambulance! That was scary. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, she's having a seizure.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, that's because she hit her head while she hit the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, that crap was scary.
Yep. We had a riot at our school. Somebody did that. It turns out he had a fractured skull.
Oh,
That's why he started having a seizure. So
okay.
yeah, no, that happens all the time.
I don't think I ever said this. I never told nobody, but like the moment when I was just like fighting wasn't it. Well, that wasn't really what it was. Actually, it was me. It was me having arguments with my friends and find another way. But the real moment that like kind of scared me stiff from like trying to become like a professional fighter, I should say, was meeting a man who was punch drunk.
Mm-hmm.
That scared me stiff. Nothing, no fighting, none of the bleeding, not that spastic, none of that. It was seeing this dude who was a trained boxer because he was a family friend, and just was just like you could tell he wasn't there. And because he just got punched so many times in the head, like I've never met a dude who was punch drunk. But seeing a dude that punch drunk, I'm not gonna lie, was the first time I felt fear of fighting. So I'm like, that's the result. The result of fighting is you could lose your mind like that. That to me, I'm not gonna lie, was probably the most scariest thing I think I ever saw. I don't know why that shit. I don't know why, because like I say, even that girl spazzing out didn't freak me. Well, I mean, it freaked me out because I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But seeing a dude just like the after effects of like fighting his entire life was like the first time I really felt deterred of fighting, because I never thought that was possible. Like I didn't think that was a thing. Like I just thought as a kid at that time, like fighting, it is what it is. Like I've always enjoyed fighting because fighting is how I got my respect. Win or lose, I've always got my respect whenever I fought. So I've always enjoyed it. I've always had it. It was always a thing to me. But then just seeing a dude just be punch drunk and can't form sentences and just keep replaying the same thing, and like his body shaking and stuff, like it just freaked me out. I don't know why. It's weird.
Yeah. But that happens in anything physical, though.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. Why do you think they take so many precautions in football now?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I can agree with that. But yeah, I think for me, it's actually seeing it in real life. I think that changed it. You know, 'cause I never saw that in real life until that day. Mind you, this was years ago. I think I was like 17 at the time. I was like 16 or 17. No, I think I was actually in my 20s. I don't know. I think it's like 17 or like 20, 21, 20, something like that. I forgot how old I was. But it just freaked me out. Like it just was freaky to see that, dude. Like I at that time I just never could see that happening. I just thought like you fight, you get knocked down, and then you're straight.
Wah,
But
wah, wah. Our money's in trouble because it's not backed by gold anymore. How many decades has been since gold has not backed our money? You're a little outdated, homie.
yeah, but and that's actually one of the topics I was going to bring up anyways. So he led us right into it. No, I mean because I think we're starting to see the effects of it not being backed by something like that's limited.
Why?
What happens when you print too much of something where it becomes freaking useless? I mean, we already seen the results. There's Venezuela, there's some African countries where they just kept printing money, and then all the countries fell apart.
Because
And
it
this
degrades the value of the money.
exactly.
But that's a country that didn't have other resources. The reason that we can print money and it still holds its value, I mean, it does decrease somewhat, but the fact is, we're import exporters. All we have to do is just like create value, and then the price will increase.
But from my understanding, and I may be wrong, but we're not exporting things like we used. Oh, to be honest, to be honest,
Nobody is. Nobody
no,
is.
China
No,
is.
no,
China,
no.
China's
Because we're the biggest consumers. That's why I
exactly.
said we're not import exporters. We're not just exporters. We're not just importers. We're import exporters. So we buy tons of goods from other countries. So if we're not buying the shit then their numbers aren't as high as ours. Why do you think China, no matter how much of the country they own, they really can't fuck with us because if we stop buying their, they go down.
Okay. Like I said, you're gonna educate me on this a little bit because I may got my information wrong. Like I said, I'm not an expert on these things. Kind of why I wanted you to be here today. But then, if that's the case, then why does it seem like China and Russia are starting to unite? Like, wouldn't they be able to? Because they even talk about starting a brand new form of currency right now.
Yeah, they have to do something. Like at the end of the day, okay, like the car show scene.
Okay.
Have you ever seen a car that's on top? Okay, case in point, the TC that you don't like anymore.
Okay.
That TC's been on top for 10 years now.
All right.
It was so powerful that nobody's been able to topple it.
And I just want to clarify real quick. Just it's not that I don't like it, I'm just bored of seeing it all the time. But please keep going.
Okay, but the thing is, now looking at that, it's been 10 years and still nobody can knock it off. But people are trying to come up with ways to knock this shit up because at some point somebody wants to take that crown.
Yeah.
Like I said, the US right now, we're the biggest consumers of product and we also export. But all these other countries are like, how the do we figure it out?
Okay.
How
okay.
do we...
I need to rewind. I gotta stop you there. What do we specifically export?
All kinds of bullshit. I mean, aren't we the biggest producers of like some grains and wheats, like peas and all kinds of grains and all that?
Are you? Because I could have sworn it's an Asian country that beats us in rice and grains and stuff.
Yeah, rice.
Hold on.
Racist. Did you just say that?
Well, I'm just talking about import export. Hold on.
I mean, you can literally pull up the list of that we export.
Okay, I'm pulling up right now. Okay, so
really, it took you that long, bro? I already pulled it up.
You want to bring it up?
No, it's simple. It literally says in 2021, just to China, the U.S. exported $151.1 billion worth of machinery, appliances, agriculture, plastics, rubbers, leather goods. Okay. Machineries and mechanical appliances, 23%. Agriculture was 20%. And chemicals, plastics, rubbers, and leather goods, 16%.
But are we the biggest exporter of those items?
Those were, what do you mean? Are we the biggest exporters? Again, you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars to one country.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. There's not another country that can make that up.
Ceramic products, $222 million worth of value that we send to China. Like, and that's just a country that has the pockets to do it.
Looking at what I'm looking at, our exports of goods seem to be going down. And like I'm only looking at it from 2019 to 2020, and they say like our exports are going down.
I said that at the beginning. Everybody is going down because they just aren't buying because everybody's country is talking about. And again, Trump kind of did put it into perspective, like that we need to start making it ourselves. So we're starting to make more in-house, but in turn, that gets other countries to go, we'll start doing that too.
This is a very complicated conversation.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to get it simplified, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Because at the end of the day, it's just a fucking dance. The more we export, the more we're going to import. But then when we start making more in house, we're not going to want to import more, which means that we're aren't going to want to buy as much from us.
Yeah.
There's just, I mean, you just got to keep the balance right. But like people want us to be self-sufficient, just like back again, we're going back in the day again. Like I said, back in the day, it was proud to be American made.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
people did not want in the 60s and the 70s, people didn't want Honda. They
Yeah,
thought that was commie stuff, blah blah blah. They wanted a American Detroit built Chevy, Ford, the AMC. They wanted that kind of.
wait a minute.
Nowadays, nobody cares.
I think it depends on the product, but yeah, like I've talked to some dudes that's they hate anything coming from China because they feel like it's lower quality.
Okay, it's one person, two people, 10 people. You know, once you start getting into the millions and millions, well, then there's a difference.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
So I said this is no. But again, it's kind of like until we can be a self-reliant country, then we gotta play the game.
Yeah.
100%, it's a game.
Yeah. Let me ask you: would you call yourself I know the opposite end, but would you call yourself a globalist, or would you say you're more of a domestic kind of guy?
What does that mean?
Basically, what's it? Easier interaction between the seas. It's just like it's more of a global world than like a domestic world. Where domestic is all about keeping things inside your country, building your own stuff. Staying within your own borders. Worrying about yourselves.
The funniest thing is most people that are smaller on the scale always want to be domestic. And people that are bigger on the scale, most of the time, they're going to be global
Yeah.
because more people on the bigger scale give about bottom lines.
Yeah. I mean, this is why I've always said, America, like every issue that America has, we tend to create our own issues.
But it's not an issue, bro. Everybody does. That's why I said it. This is everybody's doing. Everybody's selling and buying from everywhere else because at the end of the day, people are like, it's easier for these people to produce this, but not easy for us to produce this. We do sell our agriculture across the globe because, we got the best areas to do it in. But, when it comes to plant manufacturing, and you look at China. Have you ever seen the picture of China's sky? It's just scary as
I ain't going to China, bro.
man. You out your fucking mind.
I watched the documentary of China's air, and it said living out there is like smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, bro.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's
I'm like,
100% why.
I'm like, nah, man. This weather been kicking my allergies butt for the last few months now. I couldn't
Yeah.
even imagine being in China. Bro. I couldn't even imagine, bro. I'll probably be in my grave by now, man.
Well, we kind of really remember LA back in the day when it had like horrible smogs.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah. No, it did. I would
Well,
say that.
not supposedly, but it was. It did have bad smog.
Yeah, it was
I don't.
horrible.
What was? I was born in '89. Was it? Was it? Did they change by then the laws?
We're talking to
For
you,
the
James.
smog problem by '89.
I don't know. All I know is that when I was a kid and when I went to LA, yeah, I remember even hearing on the news that there were smog issues.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, so I definitely remember that. I don't know when. I don't know when they cleaned it up. I do remember though the moment that I noticed it. Cause I remember coming into LA one day, and I'm just like, wow, it's pretty clear.
Was it when you was younger?
Yeah, when I was younger, not recently.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
this is years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago. Yeah, because my mom was driving to LA. And I was in the car. I just remember just looking around, like, dang, why is LA so clear? Because I wasn't used to it being clear.
Okay.
It was always like smoggy, whatever. I think they had some clear days, but when I went there, it was always like kind of smoggy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they cleaned it up pretty well. Well, I guess as well as they could.
Yeah, I can't remember the weather from back in the days. Now I did realize the weather changed when this whole terrible situation that been happening for the last few years because I can't see the word. I realized LA that LA and that whole area cleared up when it comes to the air quality.
Yeah. Yeah, because
that's
I remember when it came on the news where like the air was so bad that basically they tell people you got to stay in your house.
When do you remember that?
Huh?
When do you remember that?
Oh, I was a kid. I was
You
years.
weren't even born when it was doing that.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, James. Tell me about my childhood again.
Yeah,
it's not my what the fuck. You were born in basically the 90s, dog. There was no smog days then.
There was. I remember it was on the news, and it said it was so bad that you should stay indoors. I remember it showed up on the news, KTLA 5, and it showed up and it had a red ring. It said, "Yeah, smog is so bad you should stay indoors."
Yeah, all right.
You were the newscaster.
Yeah, all right.
Because I'm trying to prove to him that yes, I remember that as a kid when that popped up on the screen.
Yeah, all right. No worries, bro. Hey man, you right, OG. You right, shit, man. You older than me, dog.
Like I said, if I don't say that, he's like, "No, that's not true. That never happened. You weren't born." I'm like, "Yes, I was." I mean, I don't think I was born when it was at its worst, but I know I was alive when that would pop up. I remember the air. I know that air quality was bad.
Hey, dog, you right, OG. You right.
All right, go ahead, B. You want to ask him the questions that you were trying to ask him?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I was trying to. I was asking like what year was when the LA the air quality when it was absolutely at its worst? What year was that? Do you know?
Oh, that was in it was really bad in the 70s.
70s, okay.
Yeah, 70s was really fucking bad. That's when all of the damn it was probably older than that, but the 70s, from because I wasn't even born then. But that's when they really started putting a lot of these goofy ass laws and that everybody hates in the perspective. Because I remember as a fucking little kid, there being shit on the roof, and then we having to stay inside and we couldn't play. But that was in the early 80s. And slowly but surely everything started clearing up. So by the 90s, when he was a kid, I don't remember ever hearing that shit anymore. I remember they said there was poor air quality, but there's poor air quality.
Hello?
Now,
Hello?
Asthma and die.
Yo, James, you broke up really, really bad.
Yeah, I probably did because my computer. You stopped my computer because making it work.
What the?
Oh man, see, man, I just maybe not an argument now. Maybe I should just call a bunch of my homies on, and we just sit and get regaled by the tales of G. and the tales of G and how he went over the years, because wow. Damn. 95 being you gotta stay inside, air quality type shit. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't remember that, but you could be right because I was only dude, damn near out of high school, but you right. right? But yeah, no, like if you really want to know, B, all you gotta do is look up like when California really started cracking down on smog shit.
All right.
Because I mean, they used to not really give a fuck. Nobody really did, but and people always bitch about California, but there's places way worse than us.
China, like B was saying.
No, not like that, bro. We're talking about like as far as air regulations.
Okay.
Because you do know, like, if you go to Colorado, they have sniffers on the freeway.
I've never been to Colorado, so I wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm. You go to Colorado, how they have sniffers on the freeway, so it could it can tag your emissions as you're driving by, and if you're a fucking polluter, it can literally send you a ticket.
Oh, I'll be pissed.
I mean,
I'll be pissed, bro.
but there's some, like I said, there's some states that are worse than California, but nobody gives a shit about those. That's the difference. No one really cares about those states. Like people care about California because California is where everybody wants to be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from what everybody else said, now we have a lot of people leaving now. Ton.
Good. And that's the funniest thing, bro. You guys keep saying that shit. Yeah, California's got the biggest exodus happening. Great. Get the fuck out. Because I want to drive the freeway in a decent time now. But just as many people as we have leaving, we have more people coming.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I was saying this the other day when I was at track. I think it's worse, bro.
Yeah. It is. Because these motherfuckers are coming in droves, dude. And it's like, what the fuck? Because they go, it's two things. Some of the people that have went are coming back because 90% of the people that I know that left ended up coming back at one point or another.
Yeah.
Or two, it's other people that are just coming in because they want to be here, but it's too expensive, so they got to bring a group with them.
Right.
So instead of that 1-2 people in that apartment, it's now 6. All those motherfuckers have cars, and all of them are backing up the freeway, and it's fucking pissing me off.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, there were before this whole situation happened that been happening for the last few years. I don't know if I can say that word now, but in 2019, traffic was bad, but man, this is a whole nother level bad right now, bro. Like,
crazy.
Like I'm literally stuck in traffic throughout the whole damn drive. I remember, in like the Santa Clarita area. That was the only part that was heavy with traffic. After you pass Santa Clarita, the rest of the drive back home was hella smooth. Now I'm stuck in traffic the whole fucking way,
bro.
The whole way.
You don't understand, bro. During that Coco 19, I can get from my house to downtown LA in like 38 minutes.
Shit.
Now, hour and a half, easy.
Shit.
Easy. And people keep saying, well, people keep leaving. Where are they leaving from, dude? Because I don't see them. All right, there's too many of them on the freeway.
Yeah, they're leaving from one house to another house. That's where they're going, because they ain't leaving California.
Yeah.
Shoot.
And then when they get somewhere else and figure out that they've been lied to, it just makes it even funnier. Because people will start explaining to you like, okay, you'll sell your house over here and you'll move to Texas. Cool, you move to Texas and you can get a park. Man, I got a house with big property and yada yada yada. It's all dope. But then after they finished paying for the house, they figured they paid more for the house than they would have in California.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to someone about this the other day. Don't let the lure of you can get a big house with a half acre of land or whatever. Don't let that lure fool you, because well, you can end up paying more, and then you will end up in a shitty situation. Most places that have that type of lure, the town sucks. Let's keep it real. It sucks. There's nothing to do. Literally nothing to do. It's like, okay, yeah, you got and then you got to think about the resale value. No one ain't trying to come out to those places like that. It's gonna be hard to sell those houses for, especially for how much you actually put into that house. So it's just one big old facade, man. Don't get suckered up and fooled with the whole. You get the 2-story house with the white picket fence and and the front yard and backyard. You really got to do your research and see if that place is actually worth actually moving to, and you're gonna get your full value of that place.
The other interesting part is they sit there and you get paid over here.
Yeah.
And then you move over there and they're like, oh man, everything's so much better over here. But then the only way that works is if you keep the pay you're making here.
Exactly.
If you end up getting something over there, it doesn't. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some places where that works. But most of those places, if you come from Cali, you don't want to live in.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to live in Surprise, Arizona. Sorry, bro. Anybody who's listening from Surprise, my fault, dog. I'm sorry, but I've been there a couple of times for events, and I'm like, yo, what is there to do in this town, bro? Like, I don't want to go to the steakhouse and that's it, and go back home. Like, don't you guys have anything fun to do? Yeah. If you go 2 cities over, come on, man.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, we got dirt bikes and.
Bro, they didn't even have that, man. They was like, you can go get in the horseshoe competition, and so nobody wants to do that. Like nobody wants. Dude, even the event, the best part, even the event we did wasn't in that town.
Oh,
we literally had to go to 2 towns over to go to the actual event.
Oh, damn.
So ridiculous.
Oh, so you don't want to get stuck in a place like that. I mean, maybe there's someone likes that complete isolation. There's something for everybody on this planet, but you don't want to be stuck in that type of situation. That's terrible, man. those are those type of places. You're driving. You probably got a flat tire. You had to stay for the night, and on a Friday night, you're watching the town in the rodeo show or something like that. They might have like a little beer festival, but after that, there's nothing to the town. Nothing. You don't want to be stuck in that situation. Oh God, I can only imagine.
I'm telling you, the event. I still got video. We sat there in the morning and we drove like 2-3 towns over to the actual event.
Hell no, man.
Everybody just stayed there because it was cheap. There's nothing to do.
Yeah, man. That sounds like one of those places you get a flat tire in. No. I hope you was loaded.
Oh,
I
man.
see too many scary movies, bro.
No, we was straight. We was straight, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. We went to bed at like 8:30. There's nothing else to do. Like, oh yeah, I'll see you in the morning.
Oh shit, man. Nah, man. Those type of towns. I had to think of the what was that one scary movie? He's turning people into wax figures.
What?
Yeah, there's a scary movie like oh God, what was it called? So yeah, these young adults they got trapped into this one small town, and like there's a dude turning people into wax figures. It was crazy.
Nah, I'm good. Straight.
Damn it! Now I gotta find that movie.
Yeah, I'm straight. Nope, I'm good. No. We were sitting in there like, nah, I'm not even joking, dude. I went to the guy at the front desk and was like, what do you guys do for fun? And he was like, oh man, man, I mean, there's a bar like down the street, but they close at like 10. I was like, I've never heard a bar close at 10. Okay. And he's like, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, like everything pretty much closes up by like 10. I'm
Damn.
like, what is this? The Bible Belt?
Oh shit!
I get that. I've been over there, man. Everything.
Hello?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I get that. If I get, I've been to those towns where everything closes super early, Bible Belt status, but this is not that. I was like, man, this is just there's really just nothing over here.
Fuck, man. Yeah, that's you have to be a special type of person, man. Or maybe like I said, and maybe did some type of horrendous crime. That's probably the best place to be.
I mean, but then again, that's why people want to come to California.
Yeah.
I don't care what town you in over here. There's something to do.
Yeah, literally.
Even Lancaster, there's something to do.
Yeah. And like I said, there's a lot of places around Lancaster. If you're bored Lancaster, there's always other little small towns around it that you can go to. There's always something you can find. I can't even tell you how many, especially going inside the mountains. I can't even tell you how many places I found. Well, those small towns in the mountains. The people be nice as hell, though. They be nice as hell.
Hey,
but
hey, I'm gonna be honest with you though. I had the homies shocked because we were heading up to Bakersfield a couple weeks ago. And we were driving over there through Palmdale, Lancaster, and I was like, "Oh, this street and that street," and he was like, "Huh." It's like, isn't it weird to you that there's so many like Confederate streets over in this town? I was like, yeah, no, well, I mean, I was like, yeah, there's a lot of Confederate shit around here, bro. I mean, that's why they feel so at home over here. I'm good.
I say, those people they live like they live out there, so you gotta be careful. You do. Like I said, if I'm driving, like if I see like this bar in the middle of nowhere, and I see a whole bunch of bikes around that bar, I would not be seen, bro.
Yeah, but a lot of times those guys don't even fuck with anybody. They just, You know, they
I would not be seen, bro.
Well, yeah, no, hold on, wait. Let me clarify that. Yes, if you go to them, yeah, you're gonna have issues. But a lot of those motherfuckers, you just like B said, stay out the outskirts and don't fucking say shit. I never seen. Like I said, these motherfuckers ain't ever since high school. Let me clarify. Since high school, ain't none of these motherfuckers ever fucked with anybody who I knew.
Like I said, there's a lot of Confederate streets down there. Yeah,
there are.
Just gets kind of interesting.
There aren't, but yeah, no, I ain't never seen them like since again. I will admit since after high school, I ain't heard them fuck with anybody like that. They normally just stay to themselves. They don't fuck with nobody. So
that's because we got smart about this shit.
Probably, I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, no, high school, yeah, it was kind of a lot worse.
Oh yeah, it was definitely worse back then.
Yeah, but yeah, not today. Yeah, they kind of stay amongst stuff. Yeah, no, like what Pete said. Yeah, if you go to them, you're probably gonna find issues. But a lot of times, nah, I ain't gonna fuck with nobody. They don't say shit. It'll be about their fucking business. They don't I was just talking to one of those dudes at a store. He was cool as fuck. Didn't say nothing bad to me. We just had a conversation. Told me how much he didn't like fucking Trump, and it said, "Hey, I respect you because most people, if I have a conversation like that, they'll flip out. You guys' conversation just cool about it." I'm like, yeah, because I ain't about. There's no point. So yeah, like they ain't never since high school. I will still clarify that. That don't really bother me.
So. Yeah, but you let G tell you, man, there's a mass exodus happening in California, and everybody's gone, and there's dust over towns, and you know what I'm saying? It's terrible over here, right?
I've never said that.
That's exactly what you said.
What did I say? I said it's desolate town and nobody's here. No,
you said there's a mass exodus happening in California.
There is. There is. It's on the news. You can look it up.
Where? Give me a city. Give me a city where that's happening. Give me a city. Give me a freeway that's happening in. Because you know what? Man, not happening. I literally went to Bakersfield the other day, and the freeways did not let up until we were in Tehachapi. So
California exodus continues. LA, San Francisco lead the way. Between 2018 and 2019, I'm reading it right here on Google, had an outbound move rate of 56%. That rate rose nearly 60% in 2021.
Yeah, shit. You know, if it's on Google, it's got to be true. So, yeah, yep. And especially the LA Times. Oh, yeah, man. So you're telling me 50% of LA is now empty?
No, I never said that. I'm just reading what's stated. I didn't say that.
You just read what it said. Yeah, exactly. So that meant, that's hell yeah. So I'm gonna drive through LA, tomorrow, and then if I have to sit in traffic, I'm gonna blame you. I'm gonna tell everybody on here that you're full of crap, and
I am literally showing you what they're reporting on the news.
So yes, so you're the vessel that's telling people that California is 50% empty in LA. So
no, it says California. It doesn't say LA, but California loses 500,000 residents in 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Where?
It just says California.
Where? You know what though? Hey, I will say concur with that Nevada thing because the homies now call it what do they call it? Mm-hmm. Calavada. They call it Calavada now because you will not find a dude that stays in Nevada that's from Nevada. Everybody's from LA.
Yeah, no, that's facts. I mean, that's why I was talking to Keith the other day. That's what he was saying. He was like everybody's out there from California. It's raising all the prices up. That's why everything's getting so expensive out there.
Okay, so now you're gonna have a bunch of people from Nevada moving to California.
Probably, I don't know. I'm just reading.
So that means again, there's no point.
No, probably.
You're saying 500,000 people. Okay, Tell me this.
Okay.
You just read your Google article. That must be true, right? 500,000 people left LA and all that.
It said
Moved out of town.
500,000 people left California in general.
Okay. How many people moved to California?
Oh, let's look that up.
Probably be a million.
Let's see.
It's going to say something like 500 people moved to California.
So this popular change. Yeah, it says California's in the negative of people coming in 2022.
Okay. Yeah. You see how much of a negative that is, bro?
Yeah. 0.3%. Oh, okay.
All right, bet.
But
that
go ahead.
means nothing.
But
That
I mean,
means nothing. Nothing at all. Even if you want to think that graph, because again, in that graph, it just shows people how do they find out if people moved there.
well, it's based on realtors, so I guess who's buying houses and buying places. But I'll also
Exactly.
count this too. That I don't think they also could. This one I'll give you too. I don't know if that number also contends with the illegals that are coming into California either.
I'm not even talking about that. I just said, how are you getting? You're like, oh, it's probably realtors. Okay.
Well, no, that's
Just
what
like
that's what the website was. It was a
Just
realtor
like
website.
I told B,
Mm-hmm.
if I go and buy a house in Arizona, that means I'm moving to Arizona, right?
No, not necessarily.
What do you mean? If I buy a house in Arizona, does that mean I count as an Arizona resident?
No, cause I think it takes a year before you can become a resident, if I remember right.
Okay, so how can they tell you how many people moved out of California if it doesn't, if it's not deemed when they move?
Again, I just want to buy the website. I'm just making a counter argument.
But you don't even know what the website means if you're sitting there telling me, nah, I think it means this.
Well,
Bro,
no, because
people,
no. Go ahead.
Let's just make it simple.
All right.
You're saying 343,000 people came into California.
No, left California.
How is it 300,000 when your report said 500?
No, it said, okay, you know what?
You were literally supposed to be looking up how many people are coming into California.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That graph shows that everybody's leaving, nobody's moving in.
For the
That's
love
what I'm
of
trying. Okay, here.
I really just.
Hold on. All right, hold on. Because that's what I'm saying is that what that graph shows, when I showed you, when that came on screen, it doesn't show anybody has came in.
Yep.
All right, I'll check. I'll look at another one.
Which was the main thing you were supposed to be doing, because you had already pulled up 10 articles about how many people are leaving, and they're not even right. Because you said 500,000 people, then the graph showed 300,000 people. That's a lot of missing people.
No. Okay. Oh, jeez, you didn't even read it.
Didn't have to. I said, how many people are coming in? And you said,
all right, I'll look out. How many people are coming to California in 2022? All right. Here. I only found this. My fault. I only found this that's talking about the move into California, because everything is saying no, nothing has moved in. So here's what it says. Move Buddha's data 2022 seeing California is seeing the biggest outflow in the country, with a move ratio of 51 moves for every 100 out. So California lost the second most resident in the country between April 20 and July, between April 2020 and July 2021, my fault. Beverly Hills has the highest inflow so far this year, with a move ratio of 248 moves for every 100 out moves. The next highest cities are San Luis with 172 to 100 and Palo Alto with 155 to 100. The most outflow is happening in I've never been there.
El Cajon.
Oh, okay, thank you. With only 17 moves for every 100. moves out, followed by Woodland Hills, and Escondido, both 30 to
Mhm.
100.
So basically, what your little thing just said is people are moving in to big cities and people are moving out of shitty places like El Cajon and Escondido. Who in the fuck wants to live in Escondido?
Okay.
You know where Escondido is, right?
Yeah, we've been there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. San Diego.
Yeah.
No, but it's not actually San Diego.
Diego.
It's
Yeah, I
their
know.
little bump stop before you really get to San Diego.
Yeah.
So people are moving out of that and they're supposedly moving to all these other blah 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 places, Texas and Florida and shit like
Yeah.
that.
So what it seems like, and this is what it seems like from reading this and putting it all together, it seems like as a whole, because that's what I think it was saying. As a whole, California is losing a mass amount of people, but it seems like the major cities are the ones gaining people.
So, like I said before, people are moving out of dunk hole places that even people in California don't want to live in. And they're mad and fed up and they're moving out of state because living in that city sucks. But you go move out of state, you can be a big shot because you're coming with California money.
Yeah.
As soon as that California money dries up, you're probably coming back.
I don't know about that because I know. I mean, we had this discussion before. I know a lot of people, unless you have family here. I know a lot of people left California, and as soon as they left, they can't afford to come back in. That's when it is.
Yeah,
That's one thing I've
exactly.
always heard. Like if you so once you leave California, it's hard to come back in. So everybody says if you want to be in California, just stay in California because once you leave, you'll have a hard time coming back.
Hmm. But again, those people friggin' yeah, people moving in don't want to move to those dunk hole towns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, once they figure out that they can't afford those big cities, they'll end up moving to those dunk hole towns to fill in those properties that now have a good rate.
But I also think that you're yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. I won't even argue that. That's probably true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because what did they say? We're the second. Who's the first? New York. So the other big dog fucking town is got people mass exiting. Yes, because it's expensive to be here.
Well, it's
But
awesome.
you're gonna move and go where?
I
You're
think
gonna move and go to no matter where you move to, you're still gonna have a big city mentality.
yeah. Well, from my
That
understanding, everybody from New York is going to Florida.
it's possible.
Mm.
Washington, Florida, just like over here. People are moving. Nobody wants to move out. They just want to move away from the expense. They still want to be close to the action.
Of course.
Just people over in Cali, they moved to Nevada, Texas, or Arizona.
Yeah.
How many people you know that move out of California that you hear moving to Kentucky? The fuck nobody.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
How many people do you hear going, I moved out of California and moved to fucking, I don't know, Iowa, Idaho?
I need the only
No
per-
one.
I didn't only I think I only heard of like one person moved to like I think it is Idaho. No, my fault. I know a few people moved to Portland. That's about it.
Yeah, they went to Oregon. But
Yeah.
then again, that's not in the middle of Dunkhole Town.
Yep.
Portland, Oregon? Bro, that's nothing. Tell me somebody that moved to Dunkhole Town.
Oh yeah, no, I can tell you.
Exactly. Because it doesn't exist. I know people that moved to Portland. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It's right above Cali.
I thought Washington was above Cali.
No, I think Washington is right below Canada.
Washington is above Canada.
Well, Washington's right below Canada.
Okay, okay,
Canada's
okay,
right
okay.
above. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, kind of, but yeah. No, that's true.
Hold on. Let's pull up the map.
All right, you guys want me to do it?
Let's see. Google. Okay. Look at it. California. Yeah. California, Oregon, Washington,
Oh, okay,
then
okay,
Vancouver.
okay. So, so Portland is above California. Okay.
That's why I was like, I thought Oregon was. I mean, I just think about it because I think about what states I can't carry a gun in. So, I mean,
Makes sense.
to me, that's why I was like, wait a minute, I could have sworn. But the other towns that I was talking about were over in Dunkoville. That's why I said Iowa, Kansas. That's in the middle of the fucking
Yeah,
state.
I don't know anybody moving to those states at all. I haven't heard
Exactly.
anybody.
Nobody wants to move fucking there.
The only person I know, the only person I know who moved to like what's it called New Hampshire was my uncle. He's the only one.
Yeah. So,
Everybody I know is either like you said, Texas, Nevada, Arizona. I think when I tell you that, I heard of a few people. I should say I know them personally. I know one person, but they're not coming from California. But I've heard of a few people moving to Colorado.
Yeah, I know a bunch of people that lived in Colorado, and I know most of them came back. And one of them came back because if he didn't come back, he would have died. No, I'm dead serious.
I know you are. That's why I'm laughing.
Yep. This doctor was like, you basically have to move back to California or risk dying.
Can you share that story a little bit or not?
No, he couldn't take the elevation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
His body literally rejected the elevation. He was like sick and fucked up and asthma out and all that. He couldn't breathe up there because, you get up into Colorado, the elevation's so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much. But again, all the people in Cali, you're gonna see move to somewhere close to Cali where you can still get back to Cali if you need to. Nobody's gonna move to Missouri, okay? Fucking from California.
That's true. Well, at least most people I know who left Cali, they're literally like right next to California. Like the farthest, they'll go to like somewhere like Texas. But I usually don't hear them going on the East Coast.
Nope. Just like the East Coast dudes will be. That's why I said, oh yeah, Florida makes sense. Hell yeah. They go to New York, they go over there to fucking, Virginia and Florida. They'll stay on the East Coast.
Right.
The Midwest dudes are the ones that move and shake because there ain't shit in there.
I'm good. I'm not. I'm good. Yeah, the only time I'm dealing with the Midwest if I'm planning on buying a large portion of land so I can just grow trees or something.
Well, but yeah. But you're from Cali. That's why I said the Midwest, the people in the middle states are the people that I usually like when I meet chicks and I talk to them that have come from somewhere. Those females are usually like, I came from fucking Iowa. I came from Minnesota. I came from Arkansas. I came from Tennessee or Indiana. And I'm like, really? Yeah. Because there wasn't shit to do over there. And they wanted to come to California.
Oh, man.
What was it? We came from, the show we did in Surprise, Arizona. When we were coming back from the show, we were at State Line grabbing some gas and food, and this chick was crying in her car, bro, full of shit. And I was like, hey, yo, are you okay? Like, everything good? And she was like, yeah, I'm just really scared. I was like, man, what the fuck? And she was like, I'm just making the move. She came from, like, it was either Kansas or Nebraska. and she was like, I got a place down, and she told me where it was in LA, and I was like, wow, that's not a good area to be in at all, but good luck, homie. And she was like, I'm trying to be as a star, and she had like guitars and shit in the back, and I guess she was like a musician, and she was trying to get a job when she came down here, but she was like 20, and she wanted to make something of herself, and you can't do that shit in Nebraska. Okay,
Right.
nobody's gonna be high. Ain't no rappers you hear just banging Nebraska hard as fuck. Okay, they coming to Cali, and they gonna live somewhere over here, or they going to New York. Fucking crazy. But there's a mass exodus. Get the fuck out of here.
No, okay, no. I mean, well, okay, B, did you hear everything that we were saying?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, no, because I mean, so just to sum it up, basically the conclusion seems like that everybody's leaving California. Like as a whole, we are losing majority of people, but it seems like every majority of people who are moving in are just moving to the big major cities. So that's basically what
Uh,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
that's
Well,
go ahead.
there's definitely a lot of people in the major cities. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Because
Good. Go ahead.
I see it. You know, like I said, well, like I was saying earlier, the traffic is the whole damn way home now.
Yeah.
There's definitely people in the major cities. So I can't. That's what I was saying earlier. It doesn't feel like there's any reduction in people
Yeah.
because we're close to the major cities.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
for the small towns, I don't know. Uh, I haven't really paid attention like that to see if towns outside the big cities are shrinking in population. I don't know. Um, but like what James said, for the people who are living or that are leaving, I think it is probably majority of them are from small towns that are actually leaving because I mean because they most likely can't afford to move up to a better higher quality location in California anyway. So when they see that they could get like I said, a 2-story house, the white picket fence with the fronted backyard, it, it, it only makes sense to them to go to those type of places. But then they get caught up and because they just probably just left quickly without doing any type of research or anything like that. They kind of realize, oh well, hold on, they're in a worse situation. Yeah, they got the white 2-story house, the white picket fence and everything, but now their job, they don't get as much on their job. There's not that much. There's not that much opportunities for them. They most likely have to change careers or change what their field. They change their careers because wherever they do, they don't have that option where they're living at. That choice of career that they're doing out here, that they don't have that option out there. So, uh, uh, uh so then what James said, they end up moving back to pretty much the exact same spot that they actually left from. One of these dead end cities. So, but yeah, I kind of went,
Can you hear
I
me?
went completely. Oh yeah.
My bad. Yeah, no, I can hear my mic because
Oh,
my mic is not coming through. No, what I was gonna say is what I was trying to say, but I couldn't get my mic working, so I had to
oh
switch.
shit. Okay.
No, we already looked it up, and that's what it shows. It shows that basically everybody is leaving the smaller city because like I said, I don't know if you saw it, but what it was showing said yes, everybody's leaving all the smaller cities, but everybody's coming to the major cities.
Yeah.
So that's what's
And
happening.
I,
So
I think that's true. Yeah.
yeah, so no, there is a mass exodus. It's just like nope. It's just, but I guess it's just being counteracted. So like, yeah, if you live in the major cities, you probably ain't gonna see anything different. Because everybody's coming to the major cities.
Right.
Everybody's coming to LA
Right.
because it just said for every 100 people that are leaving, I think it said like what's 200 people are coming into Beverly Hills or something like that. Hold on, I think I still have it up. Let me see if I still have it up. Okay, I don't have it up anymore. But yeah, no, I was just reading it up, and it literally said was like for like every 100 people, there's like 268 people coming to Beverly Hills, or something like that. One stat said for every 100 people leaving, there's like what's like for every 50 people leaving, there are 100 people coming in, but they're all in the major cities.
Yeah. I
So,
wonder why they said Beverly Hills for. That like Beverly Hills is not that large.
well, because it's a major city, and that's where everybody's going to.
Uh,
That's
I,
literally just read it.
yeah. I was. I mean, they could have said
Okay, yep. That's it. Okay,
something
here it is. Here it
else.
is. Here it is. Beverly. I mean, I'll bring it up again. I'll bring it up right now. Because people with money to live in California. Well, how many? What I've said to live comfortably in California, you either need to be hella freaking rich or you gotta be dead freaking poor.
Yeah.
Everybody else is struggling.
Yeah, no, why did they use an area like Beverly Hills to make their point when
well, it's,
only
well, well, no, it's just, we're just kind of summing it up. So it says right here, Beverly Hills has the highest inflows so far this year with a move of 208 moves for every 100 moves. But if you look at here, like for example, like El Cajon, Woodland Hills, and Escondido, for every 30 people that move in, 100 people are leaving. So basically,
okay,
they
I
say,
got you. I got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you put it all together, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
So
I
that's
mean, yeah, okay. I felt like why did you use like Beverly Hills for example when uh it's not like people are just leaving Beverly Hills like that. You know, those are family assets, generational wealth assets type of things.
yeah.
You know, people are not really. I mean, for what I know, people's not really selling like that in Beverly Hills.
No, actually,
Because
that's actually not true. There are people who are selling houses, but nobody wants to buy them. There's
okay,
a bunch
okay,
of like multi-millionaires right now that like put the house on the market and they're not selling because nobody wants to buy them because it's just too expensive.
gotcha.
There was a which call I think what's a music art. There was a music artist. I want to say I just read like I want to say last year, and he put his house on the market and nobody and he I think he actually had to lower the price because nobody wanted it.
Yeah, man, this for them this is a terrible time to try to if you want to get your full value out of that
No,
house.
you're not getting your full value at this point. It's hard. It's too late. They should have did it back in 2020. They should have
Yeah,
did it back in 2020. Was it 2022? 2020. Literally 2020 or
yeah,
2021.
they might as well just keep it at this standpoint. uh,
It's too much. It's too much to hold on to.
mhm.
That's why it's like, no, you better off getting rid of it.
They better start throwing those Beverly Hill parties and shit.
Right.
Those mansion parties.
Right. Exactly.
You could charge, they're rich anyway. You know, you charge 20,000 to get in. You know,
Yep.
they can have, they can have all the sex, drugs, and wherever else, rituals, or wherever else they be doing in Hollywood. They can have it all at your hotel. I mean, not hotel, but mansion. You can do it for 20,000 a person.
I don't know anymore because they're starting like it seems like Hollywood's trying to get cracked down on now because there's a lot of
And
lawsuits coming out of out of Hollywood right now.
They gonna still do what they do. But no, I say they're gonna let they're gonna at least allow the old to pass away quietly. I don't know what's gonna happen with the new Hollywood, but old Hollywood's still running the show, so they're all gonna pass away quietly, and then the truth will be revealed years down the line. And I think they're going to operate and run differently moving forward with the new Hollywood stars and all this other stuff. They're going to find a different way to handle things. Well, because they have to. They have to. Just they're I think they're in a transition period. Trying to. And then they're going to use, token people. They're going to sacrifice some people, on the way to, so they can hide the whole group as a whole. there's going to have to be some sacrificial celebrities like the Weinstein. He probably did too much and fucked up the whole game for them anyway. So just like, okay, well, we can sacrifice Weinstein. As long as he shut the fuck up and don't rat us out, we can sacrifice some pieces here. And that's exactly what they're doing now. They're sacrificing some pieces that, from people and maybe they don't like them, or like I said, it's their time. Because we don't know what their contract says, so it might be their time for them to go. So they'll just use them as a pawn to show that Hollywood is trying to do something, trying to punish, trying to get rid of these people. And in reality, they're not. They're doing their sick shit every day up in in the mountains somewhere, their little Hollywood hills, and the fucking Beverly Hills and all, whatever type of weird shit to be doing. Yeah, I mean, knowing what be going on and shit. I know, but
I think anybody who's lived in California for any length of time, I think we all kind of know.
yeah. I'm just saying, yeah. No, for the audience. I hope you will know at least something if you've been in Hollywood for so long, or in LA for so long. You hear this for the audience. If you've been in Hollywood, LA for a decent amount of time, you're gonna learn some shit. You are going to learn some shit. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
So.